Human life, a precious possession held by those who wake up in the morning, share experiences and memories, live their lives to the fullest. However, performing to the fullest of one's ability varies on their health. A person's health is the maestro of their grand symphony of life. The quality of life depends on their health. Neurological disorders are debilitating to the one afflicted and their families. Blindness, deafness, astasis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and others are responsible for destroying the quality of lives of people. 1 billion, 1/7 of the world is afflicted by these disorders. The source of despair is our collective misunderstanding of these disorders. There is no need for despair. There is hope. To save those afflicted, there are a collection of techniques that are known as optogenetics. Optogenetics is relatively new. The techniques aim to control and monitor the activity of individual neurons in living tissue, even whole breathing organisms. Optogenetics is a promising field for healthcare. This could change the lives of those billion people. But before we consider the implementation of the savior of many, there are several considerations. Optogenetics gives power over an individual's actions, thoughts, and even their personality. Is this power just? Is essentially controlling someone's mind ethically right? Optogenetics offers hope for those afflicted by neurological disorders. The ethical concerns are, however, significant. Giving access to a person's mind, which may be considered who they are, is a concern for society. Mind control is a tool utilized by the antagonists of fiction films against society. Optogenetics is, for all intents and purposes, mind control. In order to choose whether or not we implement optogenetics, we must, as a society, decide what is acceptable and to what extent may we stretch this definition. An interesting case to consider is when a person has lost their automation or their voluntary processes. They cannot make their own decision. Is it right to make the decision for them? The utilitarianists would argue, certainly. Under this philosophy, maximizing happiness of society is priority, and the judgment of the ethical implications of actions are processed as such. The action tapping into an individual's mind to alter their neurological processes has undesirable implications and creates a strong argument against optogenetics. This is the deontological approach. Regardless of the good that would come from the procedure, the action is not justifiable. One may argue that the procedure altering the person's fundamental structure would eliminate their unique qualities. The ends do not justify the means. On the other hand, the ends do justify the means according to consequentialism. Optogenetics is indeed a frightening procedure, but its effects would improve the lives of those billions who suffer from neurological disorders. The actions are justifiable under consequentialism. The ends do justify the means, restoring a person's quality of life to new optimal levels for living to its fullest anew. Imagine a deaf person finally able to hear, the blind able to see. Ultimately, the ethical obstacles preventing the implementation of optogenetic techniques are overcome by what society values and are willing to accept as right. Whether the utilitarist or the consequentialist or other thoughts prevail, it should what society as a whole accept. Optogenetics is no doubt revolutionary. It would improve the quality of life of many, but may also accomplish the opposite. The future of optogenetics is in the hands of the people.